and welcome to another episode of Tester Speak Season 2 with me, your host, Brajesh Dey. Well, uh, my guest today is one of the young testers who has inspired me through her journey so far. She is a prolific tester. She loves to collaborate with a lot of people, does a lot of cool stuff. She writes blogs and is quite vocal in the community, asking questions and looking to help a lot of people. And that I find as really inspiring. So, without any further delay, let me welcome my guest today, Shri Priya Kulkarni. Welcome, Shri Priya.
Hi, Brijesh. Thank you. Firstly, thank you for the opportunity and
Well,
thanks for your words as well. It means a lot.
no, you deserve it. You deserve all those words. I, when we look at testers and different communities and we talk about people, uh, your name pops up in some corner or the other, definitely. Okay, so you are doing something or the other constantly. Okay, you are not one of those testers who's like, okay, I'm here and I'll be here. You're like here, there, everywhere, and that's something really interesting. I mean, I would obviously want to know, and I'm sure a lot of people in the audience would be also curious about the things that you do. But I'll come to that later. First, I want to ask you, why did you choose testing as a career?
Sorry,
Why did you choose testing as a career?
Brijesh, I was unable.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, actually, soon after passed out, yes, yes, I'm able to. When I was in college, literally telling like I don't know about like what is IT. I just want to get into Infosys because Siddhamurthy was the role model to me. Um, like I just want to get into Infosys, but unfortunately I cleared IIT, but I was unable to go to that because of personal issues, family issues and all. After that, I stepped into on a normal college, a VTU affiliated college. There, the placements and this IT career was not up to the mark. Just only TCS was coming for the full placement. And I literally don't know like what is these development, testing, IT, this career. Just we want to get a job. But that is IT job, we need to wear a ID card in Infosys like that. But after that, when TCS came, I was like, unfortunately, I was not selected because like they asked questions like coding everything. There was no awareness as well. After seventh semester I started exploring like what is there, like what is development, what is coding, what is testing, what all the roles are there in IT. After that, from one of my senior, I got to know like there are two wings, mainly development and testing. In that, I felt like asking more questions, like what is development, what is testing. Even that was not aware at that time. I just got to know like okay, this is the development, but there was the illusion that developers will get more package, testers will get less package, and even one illusion like testers will be treated very low in the company and developers will be treated very high. After that, I joined Q Spiders. But my senior, one of my senior inspired me that see if you are going into a development, you need to update. But in testing, you can explore more. Like then and there, you can explore more, and you can learn a lot, and it will be challenging and interesting as well. In that also, I had more doubts, but I joined Q Spiders, Bangalore, in Rajaji Nagar. And first day only, the trainer inspired a lot, still more. Like he told what is development, what is testing, what are the opportunities we'll be having in testing, in development. He just created like both are equal. For a software, when it is developed and tested, both development and testing is needed. He just created like he treated equal. But coming to automation also, I'll tell you, like he told, whenever manual testing is must, that is we will explore, we will do ad hoc testing. Without that we can't go for automation. But still today I feel like few people in my like I came across, people will say 100% automation. That is not possible. Like I used to like whenever people say that, I used to remember my Q Spiders days as well, because trainer he like he explored things and he taught the thing testing concepts literally like it was very beautiful. He presented in a very beautiful manner. So like that made me to more into testing. That but at the after 3 months I had again one confusion whether I need to switch to development after testing career, like after getting a job. After that, okay, I finished course. After that, literally I felt like I need to continue my career into testing only, because if even though if I want to learn development, I can do some automation, I can learn coding. That is not that is also a like plus point. Now like my feeling is like testing is more important than development, because developers will be developing, but without testing it can't be in production.
I cannot tell you how proud I feel when I hear somebody say that, the testing is more important than development. Well, in all honesty, both are equally important. Your trainer was absolutely right. One cannot exist without the other. You
Yes,
can develop, but you can't release it without testing. And to test something, you need development to happen, right? So both are
yes,
equally important.
equally important.
Yeah. So he was right. But man, you are awesome. You cleared IIT. I mean,
Yes.
that is not a joke. That that's how brilliant you are. So how much did you score in your
Actually, my category rank was 3000. Sorry, 3500.
and
It is in Karnataka, state
yeah,
level.
yeah, but then how much did you? I'm just wondering, did you score like 100% in your pre-university or something like that, or
No, no, no. Actually, PCMC it was around 87.
that's a lot? Okay, so that, that is a lot of marks. Okay, so uh, no surprises there that you got through IIT. Wow, that's awesome. But then, okay, whatever happens in life, happens for a good reason.
Yes,
And today, speaking of today, you are on Tester Speak. You needed a reason to be here, right? So, so, maybe that's why all of this happened. But quite an interesting journey. Yeah, I want to talk about 100% automation also with you. And so, when you started your journey, you started mm, as a tester doing some stuff, not using tools. Then you started using tools, and now you have expertise in a few tools. A few tools have recognized as you as the champion or the expert. You are a certified test project person, right? So
yes.
I don't know what is their certification called. So sorry, Karen. Sorry, Metal. If you're watching this video, please forgive me. But that is a beautiful tool, and there is a lot that you can actually learn. Not just about the tool, but about the way you test. And I mean that's true for any tool, but Test Project does it beautifully. They've brought in some really good changes in the recent past. Uh, their latest version is absolutely incredible. I just you know I have been playing around, but haven't had the opportunity to express it. Maybe I'll write a blog or something about it in the days to come. But having said that, how did the journey with the tools begin in your case? When did you start exploring different tools or the idea of automation testing? How did that happen?
Yeah, initially, I was in a point like I should get a job. After joining, I got like I was put into two of the teams and I started testing. Firstly, like I started with SOAP UI, that one. After that, I started exploring automation only because that was there in my mind. Like, oh, I should learn. Like the training was done, but training will not guarantee that 100% I learned. So
Right.
I was like, I should practice. I used to automate Amazon, Flipkart, everything. Like by that I learned. After that, I started with Selenium only. Firstly, after that, other tools like testing tools, Postman. When I got the requirement, like my team lead was whom I need to assign. He was like that. So I told that I learned this tool and I'll perform the testing. So I learned within a week and I completed that task as well. After that, first was SOAP UI, after that Postman. After that, other testing tools like Jira, HPQC, we were like using very frequently. That I think no learning is needed. Once we get used to it, that will be like it will be there in our mind. After that, once like when I was automating, I came across Crowpath.
Mm.
That Sanjay created.
Mm.
After that, I attended a conference which was in Mulia testing in Bangalore. That was, I think, in 2020. That was in February, I think so. It was in Bangalore. After that, I explored more about Crowpath. That was the third tool, I think, third or
Mm.
fourth tool which I like explored.
Mm.
After that, from like I started using LinkedIn 2019 November, I think. Like before that, profile was there, but not like very frequently. I was using it.
Yeah.
After that, I came across like you and Mahesh test JSL as well. From him only, I attended a one conference. In that, you, Ajay, and everyone was speaking. That made me more interesting in testing career
Oh,
because
thank you.
I still have that pick which Ajay shared. That is 0 to 3 experience. Like these are the achievements we need to do in our IT career. After that, 3 to 6. That was very beautifully, and I like just forwarded it to many friends because many people like don't attend these conferences, and even I was like when if Jersey was not saying that to me, even I was one among them. So I thanked actually. After that, like with you, Sanjay and Ajay, Mahesh, everyone, like I got interest like anything. So one day, like I came across your post as well. You started like daily one blog, one post in LinkedIn. So I also started that by seeing you. Like daily one thing we are like I'm learning and also like sharing with others. Somewhere it helps.
Well, thank you so much, Shripriya. I mean, that is really kind of you. And you know, talking about these guys. Okay, let's talk about Sanjay first. Okay,
Okay.
a big shout out to you, Sanjay, for the stuff that you've been doing. First, what you did with Cropath was phenomenal, and then you came up with Selectors Hub. I mean, that is mind blowing. Okay, to be able to solve so many testers' problems in one go, that too in less than 10 seconds. Sanjay says 5 seconds, I know. but but for somebody who is slow like me, less than 10 seconds is fine. Okay. So, I'll tell you this. Okay. So when I started learning UI testing, and then, of course, for me, Naveen, Mukesh, Raghav, their videos were very, very helpful. They still are. They will always be. And then I still used to struggle with shadow DOMs and iframes, and I was like, why is there no solution? Okay, and I was like, somebody better come up with a solution for this. And then there comes Sanjay. He launches Selectors Hub and he talks about shadow DOMs, and I'm like, what? this this guy has actually solved my problem, and so the very next, as he was talking, he was launching Selectors Hub. I sent him a text message. I said, Sanjay, tomorrow you are coming for a session on the test chat channel. I will do your interview tomorrow. I don't know. I don't want to hear a no. You're just coming. Okay. And he happily came. The very next day he came. And that's how we recorded a Tester Speak session with him where he introduced Selectors Hub. And I was like, wow, this is phenomenal. Okay. And then we all know what all he has gone on to achieve. You know, the Indian Achievers Award for 2020. That is incredible. So Sanjay, big shout out to you. Thank you, buddy, for making our lives so easy. Now talking about you know Mahesh Chikne, Ajay, Josley, and the whole test drive community. I think that is a beautiful community.
Yes.
The kind of work that they've been doing with their conferences, with their meetups, with their workshops, I think it's phenomenal. And you know, I've been following them for quite a while. I've been a tribal myself. I still am, and I feel good when I talk to these guys. You know, just like you described, it is inspiring. I mean, Josely, again, a big shout out to you, brother, for the way you were also omnipresent. Okay, everywhere doing stuff. Josely has participated in the test chat contests, has won a contest with us as well, and
Okay.
he writes beautifully. He has a very nice way of expressing things, and I like his things that he does with colors and rainbows and stuff.
Yes.
It's always fun. And of course Ajay, he's in that legend category. Okay, so
Yes.
uh,
Of course. Because like whenever he speaks when in any of the conferences, he inspires a lot.
he has that knack. Okay, so Ajay, big shout out to you, brother, for doing such good things for the testers. So thank you, Sri Priya. This was a great opportunity for us to be thankful to a lot of testers. But you included my name. Thank you for that. I am not as popular as any of those guys, or I try my little bit. Yeah, the
But
idea
the
of
way you present and the way like the content you speak, it also like inspires a lot.
thank you so
Maybe.
much. Thank you so much. Yeah, the one blog a day idea came to me in 2019. I thought that I'll start with a one blog a day or one post a day, and I did that for 3.5 months. And after that, it started getting a
Okay.
little too difficult for me, so I reduced it to like three in a week. And now it's like 1 in 3 weeks. Sorry, but no. Of course, there are changing circumstances. Okay, I would still like to do one in a day. That's the whole idea. But in between, I had another motivation when we did the 21 days, 21 tips for the test chat.
Yes.
Okay, so that idea just came along, and that was another way of doing daily posts for 21 days at least. And the feeling that I had after doing that was really good. Okay, and I never realized that so many other testers are also doing the same thing, and we ended up getting that ebook with more than 500 tips. I was like, wow, this is incredible. So if something like this happens and a lot of testers join hands, then we can definitely do wonderful things. And to have 132 people participating in that was amazing. So anyways, enough about self praise. This is not about me, this is about you. Okay, this is your show. So let's talk about one of the biggest myths that you spoke about a short while ago: 100% automation. What is the
Yes.
problem? Why do people think that 100% automation is possible?
Yeah, actually, recently, I came across a like one of the document in my organization only. One of the girl fresher had kept 100% automation she has done for that application. Like I was okay. I just kept 40%, even though like all the scenarios I covered, but because it is never ending process testing. So like I was okay. Okay, then I felt okay. She's fresher. She's thinking like that now. Again, she will get to know. After that, one of the manager came. He also asked everything you have to automate and you need to achieve 100% automation. I felt like, okay, what is this? I felt in my mind because I can't say it to them like it is not achievable. It is not it should not. It will not be good. But many people has this Brijesh actually 100% automation. This thing.
I'll tell you something, Shripriya. You can always correct them. Okay, always, and you should, in fact. Okay, I mean, I would do that. Okay, the moment people talk about 100% automation, you ask them what do they mean by 100% automation. Okay,
Yes.
what sometimes people mean is 100% of whatever can be automated. Okay, okay, not
Yeah.
you have to just put it across to them saying straight away, okay, do you think everything you can automate? Ask them for an opinion. Okay, do you think it is valuable to automate everything? For example, if something takes less than 5 minutes for you to complete, is there a point in automating that?
Yes.
5 minutes
Not at all.
maybe too much. 5 minutes may be too much if there is something which takes like 2 minutes for you to verify.
Yes.
Okay, is there a point
Yes.
in
Yes.
trying to automate that? And it is not
Not at all.
repetitive, and it is not a repetitive thing, it is just a one time thing. Okay,
Yes. Yes.
I'm just making a hypothetical example here. Okay, if there is an activity that you need to do which is a one time activity, and
Yes.
on top of it it takes less than 2 minutes, there is no
Yes.
point in automating that,
Yes.
because in order to build automation for that, in order for you to maintain that automation, it will
Yes.
consume more effort.
Yes.
In that time you might as well, you know, test it and move on to testing something else. Spend your time more effectively.
Absolutely. Yes.
Because when we start thinking about automation, people only think about, oh, how fast it will be after execution or during
Yes.
execution. People don't think about the fact that there is time that
Efficiency.
is required to build that automation, to first of all to
Yes.
come up with a design for that automation. Okay, then to build your automation based on that design.
Yes.
Right, people don't. And then you have to also think about, oh, my automation code, I have to do so much maintenance work
Yes.
on it. Yeah, so that's crazy, but uh, if you have the opportunity, please do correct them.
Yes.
Okay, simply ask. I mean, I understand you said 100% automation. Could you clarify what you mean by that?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, maybe you will learn something. Okay, maybe you will
Yes. Yes.
learn something that we don't know about. So that's, it's always a good idea to at least ask what they mean by 100% automation.
Yes.
Okay, and talking about freshers writing on their achievements, I understand where that is coming from, because they have that pressure, you
Yes.
know,
Yes.
of automation. So the more you are able to show, the better it is for your career, is kind of a thing. So, you know, they're thinking appraisal. So at the end of the year, I should be able to show how much I've automated. Right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So you said you worked on Postman. You learned it within a week or so, and then you did.
Yeah.
So what are some of the other tools that you are learning right now, or are you are trying to practice?
Right now, like since I'm giving interviews now, I'm exploring like I'm working on everything now. Like since still 45 days are there of my notice period, so I'm working on more. Like in the middle, in May month, I got COVID. Like those, I took rest for 3 months. Before that, I'm learning Swagger.
Hmm.
After that, I have not started yet. Still, I'm just brushing up my skills. Like I'm busy in giving interviews also, these things. And post that, I plan for any interesting tool. Still, I have not planned yet.
Okay. So when you think about learning a new tool, what is your approach? What would you like to suggest to the rest of the community? What should be the approach for learning a new tool or a new technology?
Yeah, firstly, whenever we want to learn like any tool or something, first correct exact resource. Like we need to first research it blindly. If we go through, like I can suggest some good resources which I came across. Naveen Automation Labs, like Naveen is helping a lot, and Mukesh Otwani. I learned REST API testing, that is Postman, using Naveen Automation Labs and Mukesh Otwani. That was more clearer, and that I felt like that is the best resource. Like they explained in a firstly we need to easy manner they have explained. After that, complexity. Uh, Most of the people they will not do research. They will just go to some websites. I can't mention, but even I faced in my organization also. They'll just go blindly and they will not think anything. They will just they will argue also. Like this is not correct. Okay, this is given here. It is correct. Like that is not the correct one. Like first we need to do research. At least if when we are learning something or when we are exploring, research is more important. When we do research, 60% we will learn there only.
Yes, absolutely. I agree with you 100%. So, what is your approach? So, if I say, ask you, Shripriya, can you help me with the automation of a new module? What will be your approach towards automation? What are the kind of
Uh,
questions that you will ask?
the firstly, whether it is a batch application, web application, like
Okay,
first we need to, yeah,
okay. So let me make the requirement a little more clear. If it's a what if it's a web application? Okay, it's a web application. It's got a mobile interface also. So you have a mobile app also. Uh, but my focus is to at least get the web application part of it tested via automation. So what will be your approach towards that?
first will be we will explore the application, and manual testing is more important. Once whenever if any application first it is needed as a tester, then we will get to know how to approach, like whether it is more test data is there, keyword driven,
Hmm.
and many frameworks, like if it is we need test data from Excel, and also other like other utilities also we need, then modular framework, hybrid framework. But I prefer like first we need to do manual testing, then only we will get to know about the application, then we can prepare a strategy and we can go for automation. That will be more clear. If it is web application, we just go and we will do one framework. That will be like at last we will face issue again, we need to change. Instead of that, we can explore that application, we can work like we need to do a manual testing perfectly, then we will understand that application, then we will be getting to know what is the test strategy, automation test strategy. That way, like I'll be suggesting.
I think that's a good approach. I have one more question. So you spoke about test data. Now,
Yeah.
uh, in your experience, do you think test data is a bigger problem than testing itself? Getting the right test data is a bigger problem than actually trying to automate your tests.
Mm,
Do you?
no. uh,
Okay.
if it is like complex application like payment related,
Yeah.
exact test data is very important. And also few of the applications, like I worked on two of the applications, in that test data is not so important, but other two applications which I worked, test data is very very important.
Oh, so you
Every
gave
time,
examples. You said that you've enjoyed trying to automate Flipkart and Amazon. Now both of them are retail apps and retail shopping apps, and both of them have their significance with test data. It is very
yes,
important to have the right test data. So if I give that example,
yes,
okay, and if I fit it in the context that I was trying to tell you, that it is a web application, has got a mobile interface. So let's assume Amazon for the sake of our discussion. Okay.
okay.
So then how important does the test data become, and how will you solve that problem of of test data? What will be your suggestion to fellow testers who are facing such a problem?
In that case, like test data is very important. In in all the like in almost all the applications, test data is very important. In especially in payment and retail, like Amazon, Flipkart, it is very important. In that case, I'll be suggesting whenever we create a test data, we need to record, like we need to document it perfectly with the comments. Why the test data? Why it is so easily when we automate, we don't need to spend more time. We can just take it up.
I think that is
In
that,
that
that
case,
sorry, go
yeah.
ahead. Go ahead, please.
In that case, keyword driven or data driven, we can approach.
Yeah, I think that's a very simple yet important tip that you've given. That you put the right comments next to the data, and so that when you are sorting it out for your automation purposes, it becomes easy. So if you have to pick keywords, or if you have to, you know, if your framework is data driven, and if you have to say, for example, pick up that data from Excel or from a database, or from wherever you've stored that data, it becomes easy for you to identify the right data set. Because in data also you have to classify, okay, that okay, for certain categories, for example, there are certain as there are certain um, how should I say, there are, so if you if you see toys, okay, toys, if you're purchasing toys now, toys, generally the age group for that, okay, you will have to be very particular. You will have to say, okay,
Yes,
this is for 0 to 3 years, 3 to 5 years, or 5 years, more than five
yes,
years, and so on and so forth, right? So there are some toys which are not okay for kids below 3 years of age, that may be harmful to them. So if you are trying to sort that out, and so that kind of segregation of your test data, what toys are there, what categories, what age, what, you prepare an entire matrix, okay,
yes,
and you put it all there, and it is all, it is, yeah, even if you, for testing purposes, if you are making, fake data or whatever,
yes, yes,
but it has to have that context with which you are
yes,
testing, right?
yes, yes,
So then it becomes very, very important. And then generation of test data, okay,
yes.
a lot of us spend time doing it, putting things in Excel ourselves. What a lot of people don't realize is that test data generation is a part of automation, and you can write scripts to actually do that for you.
Yes,
so
yes.
so 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 yeah, I mean, that was a good tip for you, from you, Shipriya, to actually try and segregate stuff. Now I want to come to something important, okay, and that is that apart from being this wonderful tester that you are, you write well as well. Okay? You write posts and you share content. Why is it important for you to share stuff?
Because when I started, there was nobody to help actually. Literally, like I was the one who like from relatives side or anyone, everyone were an IT, but nobody were suggesting anything. Like even few of the seniors were suggesting, but not all. So I got many like since my profile was populating first, like many people ping me, freshers especially, like how to learn this, how to explore this. So like when I was a fresher, I struggled a lot. Even though in Q Spiders also, like they were teaching, but like only theoretical knowledge only doesn't give us fruit. Even practical things, and that comes from sharing. And when I was a fresher, many people helped me from LinkedIn also. They were sharing everything. So I just want to give back to community and help others with free of cost. Like anything, I'm not expecting anything. Like I just want to involve myself in that.
That is such a beautiful thought. I mean,
Thank
that
you.
that is a great mindset to have. You know, share without expecting anything back. I think that is wonderful. Thank you for doing that. I mean, this is the kind of thing that really inspires me. To be very honest, I really like that thing, and that is something I noticed. Okay, from the time you started sharing stuff on LinkedIn, I think we've been connected since 2019 or early parts of
Yes.
that. And when you started sharing, I started seeing that the content that you share is really something which is getting the basics out to the people. Okay, you started with that. Now, of course, you're sharing a lot to do with automation, a little complex stuff, which is all good. But when you started sharing those very basic things, learning, uh, you know, stuff that was there in some blog page written somewhere or something, or you've read an article and you spread that awareness. You started doing those things. I was like, oh, this is good. Okay, and then you started writing yourself and trying to explain, trying to take it to the next level. So everything so well done. So so people, if you're watching this, okay, this is a very good example that you can follow. I mean, Sri Priya does such a great work, and especially if you are young, if you've just started your career, develop that habit of sharing that knowledge, because that's how you will learn. And I'm sure you've benefited through that, Sri Priya. Yeah. So
Yes, a lot. And also, I want to mention, I forgot to mention, once I was low actually, even when I was not got placed in college, like they were thinking, okay, she's scoring marks, but why she's not getting placed like that? Many stuff. Once I got, I came across a post from Pooja, um, like she's shared those things. Then I got inspired from her also, and on that day only, decided that I have to share, I have to write content, I have to create a blog also. On that spot, I like I decided, and she is also one of the member which who inspired me.
Pooja Shah, well,
Yes,
a huge shout out to you, girl. I mean, she is an inspiration for so many of us. Okay,
yes.
she is what we can call as a leader in its true sense.
Women. Yes.
And yeah, women leaders. When we talk, we don't have that many in the testing area,
Yes.
but she is definitely one of them. She
Yes.
she leads by example every time she does stuff, and incredible girl. Okay, I mean, and I want to take this opportunity. Thank you, Shripriya, for mentioning Pooja's name. The thing that she's been doing with Mission Rahat, okay, helping people out during these COVID
Yes.
times, the
Yes.
tough times that she's been doing, phenomenal work, phenomenal
Yes.
work. I made a small contribution to that, and then
Okay.
she got in touch with me, and she said okay. And then I came across her, the mentoring program. I said I'd like to volunteer, and she was so happy, and the response that you get from her, she's happy, she's excited about things, and she likes to help, she likes to share. And that is such an infectious thing. You can't stay
Yes.
away from that, and you will get inspired by that. So again, a huge shout out to Pooja. Thank you for mentioning her name, Shripriya. um, and if you're following the footsteps of Pooja, you're
Yes.
definitely going in the right direction, I can tell you this. Okay, so for those of you who are not following Pooja, please start doing that. and, and of course, Shripriya, she does a phenomenal work as well. So I want to talk about some other things now. Okay, we've been talking about testing and your inspiration and your journey. Now, you are from North Karnataka.
Yes.
And so we're going to do this rapid fire, and I have a few questions for you. Uh,
Okay.
so time allowed to think is 5 seconds, and if there is a multiple choice question, you have to tell me
Okay.
why.
Okay.
Okay. So currently you are in Davangere.
Yes.
Okay, great. Great city. Uh, Lovely memories that I have
Mm.
of that city. What's your favorite food?
Benidorm.
Ben Nedos. That goes without exception. Well, the Davangere Benne dosa is definitely one of the most mouth-watering delicacies that you can think of, and it is wonderful. And if you are from that region, you would know what I'm talking about. Benne is basically ghee, right?
Butter.
Butter. Yeah, and to have your dosa dipped in or soaked in so much butter, it is it is incredible.
Actually, the way they prepare benne dosa is also different a bit.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yeah. So of course, there are some outlets in Bangalore who serve the benne dosa, but
Yes.
the ones you get in Davangere have
Yeah.
have that authentic taste.
That feeling.
Yes, that feeling, that emotion, and you see how excited I get every time we talk about food. So and so you do blogging and stuff like that. What else do you like to do, Shripriya?
What like in free time other than technical these things, I have habit of like listening music and also embroidery work. And also recently I started preparing earrings, those things.
That's good.
Only these things. And I watch cricket a lot. Even though
You
it is an old match, I just watch it.
you like me? Okay, so you're exactly like me. Even if it's an old match, I'll sit and watch. And people at home, they get irritated. Like, this is old stuff. Why are you watching it again? I'm like, yeah, okay. I don't know how many times I have seen the 1983 World Cup final,
Okay.
or the 2011 World Cup final. I don't know how many times I've seen those. Okay, I
Okay.
don't know how many times I've seen Yuvraj Singh hitting six sixes. Okay,
I think Yuvraj Singh is your favorite.
one of my favorites, of course. Yeah, he has an inspiring story. His life itself, uh, you know, fun stuff. Okay, so yeah, cricket I can go on talking entire day. Well, so all right, and so the last question that I want to ask you in this rapid fire is: as soon as the entire lockdown thing goes away and you realize that there is no more COVID, which city in the world would you like to go to?
Actually, we planned for a whole like Mantralaya, that is God place. Apart from that, I'll go to hometown.
Gangavati.
Yeah.
That's so nice. I mean, uh, going back home is probably everybody's wish right now.
Yes.
Okay, I was talking to Aaron Kinsburner, if you know, from Perfecto, in one of the Test to Speak sessions, and I asked him this question. He said, "I'd like to
Okay.
go home," and he's in the US, but his home is in Israel. So he wants to go there, visit family, and whoever I speak to, people say, "Oh, I want to go home." I'm speaking to Erica Chestnut. She's in the US. She's got you know family back in Germany, a home. So she wants to go back there. So yes, everybody gives me this answer: you want to go home. Even with me, I mean, it's been a long time that I've traveled to India. So
Okay.
I also want to go home. So,
I
yeah,
hope this will be the last wave of COVID.
uh, yeah, enough of it already. I hope things. go away, and we we have an opportunity to again do face to face meetings rather than this. I would like to, you know, and I'm saying this on the show here. You know, I would like to have a TTC meetup, which is offline, which is not online, which is people sitting face to face. Yeah, of course, we will do a video recording, put it on YouTube. All of that we will do, but we want to have an offline meetup, and I don't know when, I don't know which city in the world. I don't know, you know, but I would definitely love that to happen soon. So, anyways, thank you. Some very interesting answers there. Nice to know that you like to do embroidery, and you've developed an interest towards making earrings, which is a fantastic hobby to have. I've seen a lot of uh, women do that, and there is a lot of passion. I know somebody, an ex-colleague, who does it so beautifully. Um, yeah, so she's also an expert at doing that. So I can understand from where it comes from. Uh, so now getting back to our discussion on testing. Uh, what would be your advice to people who want to take up software testing as a profession? They're in college. Okay, what would be your advice to them?
Firstly, like don't rush into something. Just explore like what makes you interest. What you like, especially. Without liking, nothing will be succeeded. So just understand what is what. Then like step into that, work on that. Definitely, like we will face challenges. Everybody will be facing, but once you'll work on that, you'll be getting that. So if you are into testing, just explore what is testing. Don't listen to someone who guides misguides. Actually, many people have that, like testers will be paid less, testers will be treated very low. Don't simply rush on that. Just explore, just do research, like get guidance from the right people. Like you choose best option. That's it.
So is
And
it?
also,
Sorry, go ahead.
actually in colleges also, I think they are this we can suggest it before getting into placements. They have to explain like what is what, like what profile makes what.
Very, very true. Very, very true. Okay, now I want to ask you this. Is it true that development is better than testing? Is it true?
Both are equal. Like as a like recently, I want to mention one thing in my organization only. Like I can mention it. It comes to hike, right? Like when testers ask, they will say like developers know they will get more. You will get this. Like these things are there in industry. Like I recently got to know last month, but I was not. I didn't get hike this time because I was on notice period. But other people said me like when they asked. I think this is not the correct way of thinking.
Thank you for being so open about it. I think that is a problem. Yeah, I mean, you've got to stop thinking that this is better, that is worse. Both are equal. Okay, and I'm not saying because I'm a tester and I'm staking claim for equality. No, I know for a fact that both cannot exist without each other. So
Yeah.
there's something
Yes.
that I've said before in this discussion. Both are of equal importance. So coming to the next question, do you think testers are paid less than developers?
I think it depends on the organization actually entirely. Like that is even today I have that doubt, Bridget. Like what is what is that? I really didn't understand. When recently I got to know this like statement also, I was okay shocked. I think it is a infinity question. I can say.
So yeah. So is it? Do you think it's a thing of it's a mindset problem that people have towards testing?
Absolutely. Because I work with three leads. Few people are more like testing is very important. I work with many developers in 3 years. Few people they need testing. They will push to testing. They will tell us like test carefully like that because they are giving importance to testing. Few people okay testing one day you do and give like that. And I think this mindset is the main problem.
How do you
I
how
think
do
so. Nobody is speaking against also.
how do you change that mindset? How do you change that mindset?
Like that, yeah. Whenever they say like that, we have to speak. Like we have to. Sometimes we can't speak only in favor of them. Sometimes we need to open up. That's what I did today because I don't know. Like if my organization people sees this video, what they think.
No, no, no. Well, there is some there is a lot of truth in what you're saying. Okay, it is definitely a mindset problem, and we definitely need to speak
Yes.
up, and that is one basic reason why we created the test chat community. Okay, when the four of us we got together and we started talking about a community and we wanted to have this. So what is the basic problem that we are trying to address? Problem is that the testers don't speak up, they don't speak out.
Yes.
Okay, so we need a place where they can speak about it freely without being judged. So nobody's going to judge you for what you've said. I mean, if your organization wants to do that, well, they do it at their own peril. Okay, because these are some facts. Okay, the mindset towards testing has been very different. Okay, testers are treated differently. Oh, you are a tester. What do? You just go click,
Yes.
click, 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 done.
Click. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we don't do that.
Yes.
We don't do that. People have to understand, okay, we are responsible for the results that you get out of testing. We
Yes.
have to do analysis. We have to think. We have to ask questions. Okay, and those questions need to be thoughtful enough.
Yes.
Okay, I mean, it's very silly when people say, "Oh, you are a tester, you just do click, click, click," and in that also, "Oh, you are a manual tester. What do? You do nothing."
Yeah. That
Yeah.
is that is a very big
That is a very
decision
big,
again.
and that is the reason why nothing called manual testing is there. Okay,
Yes.
people have to understand that it is not about the word manual testing; it is about the mindset
Yes.
behind that thought that manual testing is bad, automation testing is good, manual testing is okay or poor, and automation testing is better. Okay, no,
Yes.
both are
Yes.
required equally, both have their equal importance. Okay, you you there are certain tests where you can use tools which will make you test better. There are certain tests where you cannot use
Yes.
tools. Okay, you have to explore, you have to analyze. The moment you get a machine, can a machine think on its own? No. Can a machine analyze? No. Can a machine ask
No.
questions? No. So what are you thinking? What are you saying that automation is better? Where is it better? I'm sorry, I get really passionate when I talk about this topic. Okay, when I see testers being questioned and something like that. But thank you for speaking out and giving an emphasis on why is it important for us to speak out. Now there is another topic that I want to talk about. You spoke about women leaders. Okay, and I want to ask you this: why is it that there are not so many women leaders in testing?
Actually, one factor is like personal, like they will get married, that thing also,
That should
and
not stop.
also
That should
proper
not stop
guidance.
them.
And
Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, that should not stop, but in some cases, like it may stop, and time management as well, especially because I see many married women also like they're working like anything, like their contribution is also very good. I think they are maintaining time management is plays very important role in that, balancing the life, both personal and professional life. That I think like women should get it from first only starting of the career,
And
because I saw like not only in testing, I got inspired more from my mother because she didn't stop working till today. Now in COVID, she's like she didn't stop, but she's working from home. Like she is a clerk in college. So every woman, like not only in testing technical field, they have to manage things.
And that is such a beautiful story. I mean, your mother, if she's working even now during these tough times, okay, and I mean, that is something that is there. But do you also think, in your opinion, that again there is some sort of a misconception or a mindset against women which is stopping them?
Yes, a few people like I came across in my friends, they were into technical field, they were performing very good. But once the marriage got fixed, other stuffs and all, they will just resign it and they will go. That should not happen because they need to think and do the things.
Yeah.
Because every time, yeah,
Sorry, go ahead.
because every time, like we can't sacrifice everything for one thing. That is the main
Yeah,
block.
that is true. That is true. I mean, a lot of times we have situations where we have personal situations because of which we have to, you know,
Yes,
let go of our dreams. And I understand that. But if it is due to society trying to tell you something, who cares about society?
yes,
Yeah, we are social. People will tell, oh, we are social animals. We have to be aware of what people are saying, doing. Really? Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. You know, it is a career. Anybody's career is their own personal decision,
yes,
their own
yes,
personal choice, and especially when it comes to women. I mean, I see some people giving commentary. Oh, she shouldn't be doing this. Why? Who are you to judge?
yes,
Who gave you that authority to judge if she should be doing this or not? I want to take your example. Okay, you started your career. You started doing testing. You started sharing. You started writing. You picked up a few hobbies. You're doing multiple things.
yes,
What is the harm? It is all
yeah,
good, right? It makes you feel
yes,
good, and that is the most important thing. And with whatever you are doing for testing for the community, you are trying to collaborate with people, you are trying to share your knowledge. This is benefiting so many testers. Okay, some of your blogs, some of the content that you've written, I find it useful, so I have bookmarked those. I go back to those and I refer to those, okay, when I need it. So that is how you can. People need to understand that there is value in everybody's work. Okay, and again, this is again another topic where I feel really sad when I see that mindset of a lot of people, of
yes,
the women who don't want to come out and talk. Okay,
yes,
and through this I want to address a very fundamental thing within the test chat community. Okay, people, women need to come out and be more participative in the
yes,
community chat, and the men need to be more receptive about the ideas that are coming from the women.
yes,
Okay, the onus is on both sides. Okay, women are less active. I understand family and thing and life. Well, I understand that. But any discussion, if you have an opinion, please express it. Okay, there's no harm in expressing your opinion.
yes,
And the basic rule at test chat is nobody's going to judge you because it is your opinion. Okay, who am I to give you a decision whether you are right or wrong? Wrong. I may have a different opinion. Yes, I will go ahead and express my opinion. Okay, but it's okay, right? And there are
yes,
so many people. Social media, I think, the more than if you combine everything, WhatsApp, you know, Facebook,
yes,
Instagram. If you combine everything, I think 3 billion plus users. Okay, so there are obviously 3 billion opinions. If there are three
yes,
billion opinions, you cannot expect every opinion to be the same as yours. There will be
yeah,
different opinions, right? So yeah. Sorry again. I get a little carried away when we come across these topics, but these are important things for us to know and for us to take care of. Well, I have, been I've enjoyed this conversation a lot. Okay? Because you bring in
And also one thing I want to mention, Rajesh, like since I was changing jobs, I came across JD's job descriptions. Like one of the video you also like sent this. Nobody is asking, do you know software testing or testing? They will directly go to Selenium, Rest Assured, Rest API with manual or automation. They will say, and after that they will go for Java, Python, and like okay, when they ask, I'll tell like, okay, first I was working as manual testing for how many years? They will ask. Like, okay, and I started like I got fed up after one 5 to 6 calls. I just started telling. Parallelly, we will be working. Like my experience is this framework I have created. This overall I have experience 3.5 years into testing. I'll say that if they want, like they can take me or else no, because that is like main thing you are calling us for testers, and you directly go to Selenium, Java, rest assured. I think this also needs to be a bit changed.
well. So, guys, if you're watching this interview, this is how you speak out. Okay, there is a lesson directly here. Okay, this is how you speak out. Yes, job descriptions are a big problem. Are a big problem. The way hiring happens. Okay, especially in India, it is a huge problem. And if you are a hiring manager, if you are a recruiter, if you're listening to this, and if you're feeling bad about it, please change your way. Okay, I want to say this, that you put out a job description saying, okay, we need a senior tester, and then you go expertise in automation testing, Selenium, Java, Python, then this framework, that framework, and where is the testing thing gone? Are you assuming that the person you get will be an expert in testing already? You're not asking questions that, okay, that the person should be a critical thinker, the person should have the storytelling abilities, the person should have analytical skills. You are not doing that at all, and all of that is required. I mean, I just mentioned three. There are many more qualities that a software tester has. You're not talking about it, and that's a very fair point, Shripriya. How do we get past it? What is your suggestion to people who make these job descriptions?
I think who are going to do this, I'm not particularly known, but few of the HRs like who called me, they asked like test case execution, defect tracking, what tools, and all. I appreciate them because they went from testing to automation. That is fine. But few people directly will go to. I think they like once for all. I'll get doubt like whether it is development position or testing position. I asked many people. Like, okay, I think like technical team, a talent acquisition technical team has to work on that.
Unfortunately, when the hiring managers give out these job descriptions, HR doesn't know. Okay,
Yes,
let's
yes,
let's 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 face it. HR knows nothing about testing.
yes.
They know about hiring, of course. They know about recruiting. They know how to take interviews. Okay, but about testing, there are only a few HR people who actually know what testing is. If they are hiring for testing, there are only a few that I have come across who actually know what they're talking about. So
Yes.
they have sat in a software testing class, understood what it
Okay.
is, because they want to hire for that position. So they should have clarity in thought. Okay, only a
Yes.
few. But then again, when the job description comes from a hiring manager, it is like
Mm.
Selenium. These days, not even Selenium, codeless tools.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
these days it is either codeless tools, or it is Cypress,
Cypress. Yeah.
Cypress Test Project, or whatever. Okay, Karate DSL, and
Swagger, Postman, like
Swagger,
everything.
Postman. Okay, and then they'll say, okay, microservices, contract testing.
Yes.
Good, yes, but where is testing? Okay,
Yes.
no, they will say microservices, then they'll say API, then they'll put a bunch of API things, and then they'll put database, put a
Yes.
bunch of database things. There is no testing there. that a developer can also do. So why don't you hire a
Yes,
developer? Why do you need a tester?
yes.
If you just need somebody to write some code, hire a
Actually, when
developer.
I was seeing your video, like I was not experienced it, but from May 17th, I just started experimenting it in like my own. Okay, nowadays, like I'm just asking it as a development position or testing position because directly if you come to Java, that will be like we will get a doubt,
So what is the response when you ask that question?
and they will say it is testing only. And like it is a manual testing or completely into automation, like what kind of role it is. They will say like this is a job description. They will say okay, fine. I'll say
No,
like
but
finally I'll yeah,
well, yeah, I agreed that this is a job description, but it doesn't seem like testing. It doesn't say testing anywhere.
yeah,
You've not even put one word. You've not, the testing word itself is missing. Okay, probably the title that you're looking for. Is it the case that you want a low cost resource? Because if you hire a developer, you will have to pay more. Is it that
yes,
case? That is the question that that needs to be asked, right? So
yes.
it's quite funny. Well, uh, those things, they are so, sorry, I have a pop up on my screen. I don't know what that was. So very interesting conversation. This subject, I mean, there is a lot to talk about. What else do you think is not right in the industry, Shripriya?
Mainly three things which I mentioned. I think first we have to like they have to overcome that. Then we will get to know more because these are the main things which we are facing. Like I experienced it in my like career only in 3.5 years. Maybe you'll be like you might have experienced a lot than me.
Yeah. Well, at 3.5 years, you have great wisdom, and I'm sure that when you know, spend more time in the industry, you will obviously become a lot more wiser. So I want to thank you for actually sharing a lot of that wisdom, okay, through whatever work you have been doing, through your blogs, through your you know, automation work that you have been doing and sharing, and through those collaborations that you're having with different testers. So excellent. Thank you so much for inspiring. I want to thank you for you know, accepting the invite to be a guest on this show. I I am really happy. This is again one of the best discussions that I have had. I know I've spoken a lot, lot more than I should have, but that is because of you. You triggered a lot of thoughts in my head. Okay,
Okay.
and especially when you spoke about the famous and one of my favorites, the berne dose. Well, so yeah, so obviously whenever I visit India next, I'll plan a short trip to Davangere maybe, just for the dosa.
Sure.
You know, just just
Welcome.
just for the dosa, and if you're in town, if not in Bangalore, in Davangere, then obviously we
Yeah.
can catch up. But
Yes.
but yes, this was a fun conversation. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. I wish you, you know, a lot of luck with your job search right now,
Thank you.
and I'm sure whichever organization is going to hire you is going to be really lucky to be working with somebody like you. You bring a lot of value to the testing community. You bring a lot of value to the organization that you will be a part of. I'm pretty certain. So guys, if you are looking to hire somebody with 3.5 years of experience, here is one candidate I would recommend. you know, so yeah, it's really good. Thank you, Shripriya. Thank you for everything.
Thank you for the opportunity with this. Like it helps a lot. It is a very good platform to open up actually. Because these things we can't share everywhere. Like we will be also having a fear, okay, I have less experience. Like where can we share? This is a very good platform to speak out. Thank you so much for uh, conducting this.
I'm glad it could help, and I'm really happy. Okay, so on that note, you know, I would like the people watching this interview to get in touch with Shripriya. I will, leave the link of her LinkedIn profile, her Twitter profile, and of course the blogs that she has been writing in the description of this video. I will add it. And Shripriya, have a wonderful weekend. Have
Thank
fun,
you. You too.
and you know, uh, see you in the test chat group. Okay, with more questions, with more sharing, more learning. Let's keep chatting.
Yes.
Take care.
Thank you. Bye.